paint second tonight. I just want to share that, we've been living and walking this supernatural storytelling for many years. I mean, from the beginning, our life has been supernatural, just filled with supernatural things in and out from the start. And I actually committed my life to, obviously to Jesus. When that happened, that transformed everything. I was like dating this atheist right here. And then, that just was like, come on, he's got to know you, God. And I'm thinking that I know God. But yet our lives are exactly the same pattern. And I'm like, well, he's got to know you're real. He's got to know you're real. And from that moment on, God answered that prayer. And he's been doing supernatural things ever since. And then we came to a point where, we got married and God has been just completely like breaking through in different ways. He was working a regular job, a lot of hours, and I started getting pregnant. I got pregnant with our first son, and then it just didn't make sense for us. To me, in my heart, I felt a conviction to stay at home and embrace motherhood and just be there with my kids. And it just financially, it did not make any sense on paper. But that was almost like, like a point where we had to, reach out our faith and say, Lord, this is what we believe we're to do, and you need to come through with this. So at 8 months pregnant, Scott got a job at Christ for All Nations, and and we just felt like that was the way to go. And so I became a stay-at-home mom, and at that point I just embraced motherhood, stayed there, and I didn't think I was gonna, I was like, that was my full-time occupation. I just was like a professional mom. Every kind of education and resources that I had, I was pouring into my kids. I wanted them to know Jesus. I'm pouring my life into them, and now they're older. And then about 6 years ago, we're in a little tight financial situation, and different things have happened in our life, breaking through in a lot of different ways. And here we are, selling things on Craigslist. Like, how could it be possible that we can't continue homeschooling? Like, we need to pay for our tuition, and it's just like a car breaking down, a credit card. What is happening? This can't be. And I was just praying with my kids, and it was during that time where I had a dream, a literal dream, that I woke up one morning and in my dream I had children all around me, and I picked up a paintbrush and started painting a child's face. And I had never done this before. I'd never considered anything like that. I mean, the most I could do was like eyeliner on my eye. That was it. And so that was when it came to me that way, like, Lord. And I was praying, like, well, what can I do? What can I do? I have 4 kids, and what can I possibly do? And then that's how God revealed to me something that just lit me up. It was like fire just kindled, and I'm like, I really want to try this. I don't even know if I can do it. Called a girl. She came to my house, and she told me that God put it on her heart to bless me. She gave me all these paints and paintbrushes and things that I didn't even know I needed. She taught me. 2 months later, she called me to paint with her, and then that was 6 years ago. And God has just snowballed this thing into we got out of debt, after a year, and just all these amazing breakthroughs were happening. But I really believe that there is a lot more than just because God wanted to bless our finances to get us out of debt. I believe that God is doing something because He's just unlocked something that I never even knew I had in there. It's like a gift that was dormant for all these years. And it was something that He had, a special thing there that, when the right timing happened, He gave it to me, and the door was open. And there's a high purpose for this, I'm looking to Him to see what He's going to do through this. And you never know what thing, you have in you that God hasn't revealed to you yet. You don't know what supernatural move is about to come into your life and what shift is going to happen. And, as long as you're faithful and continuing to press into Him and continue to, you know, be faithful with where you're at and walk and just diligence and just, you know, honoring him in everything you're doing. But if there's some desires in you that, man, I wish I could do that, don't just wish it. Pray about it, you know. Ask God, like, grab hold of those things, you know, pull it down, grab that faith. And so anyway, this is a representation of my dream, like a dreamy state here. So I have some cloudage right here. I'm like, how do I portray that? This was a dream that I had, but it was an actual literal dream. And it just shows like this dreamy, beautiful picture, portrait of how God has done something amazing in such a short period of time. I've actually got, you know, I don't want to be boastful about it, but, you know, I want to give God glory. Like 6 months or 6 years ago, I was like nothing. And now, you know, God has really multiplied it. And I got lots of artists I sent to different places. And obviously, it's just, I also, I sell glitter. I have an online store where I sell makeup. And I know God has a plan for all of this, and I'm just giving him glory for it. So it is supernatural story life.
Yeah. I came home from a trip and Jackie said, I'm going to face paint. Okay. But as she said, 6 years later, she's got 2 businesses out of it. This year, it's this year coming into this next year, it's going to be one of our primary sources of income. Just from nothing, something that manifested out of nothing.